Imagine this. You wake up in a world where every step feels predetermined, as though you are merely drifting along a path laid out by unseen forces. The early morning light spills softly over your surroundings, painting everything in muted shades, a silent film of your existence unfolding before you. In those quiet moments, a disquieting thought emerges. Are you truly the hero of your own story, or just a background figure in an elaborate cosmic play? As you rise, the air seems thick with whispers of fate, hinting that the roles you assume might not belong to you at all. Your heart pounds with a mix of curiosity and dread. Could it be that the life you live is less about self-determination and more about following an unchosen script? Have you ever felt that despite your best efforts, every decision and every moment of joy or sorrow is part of a grand, pre-written performance? As you move through your day, the bustling world around you seems to operate on an invisible script. In crowded streets and quiet corridors alike, a nagging question arises. Who truly holds the pen that writes your destiny? The rhythm of daily life, from mundane routines to unexpected encounters, leaves you wondering if you are the central character or simply an extra in a narrative too vast to control. The more you search for meaning in your actions, the more elusive it becomes, like a mirage dissolving at the approach of truth. Beneath the veneer of everyday interactions, an unsettling detachment begins to reveal itself. In moments of silent reflection, you catch fleeting glimpses of a paradox. The harder you try to seize control, the more it seems that you are merely following a script, not of your own making. Every smile, every tear, every decision appears orchestrated by forces lurking just out of sight. A quiet voice in your mind asks, what if the choices you cherish as your own are simply illusions, distractions, designed to keep you in a perpetual state of background existence? This thought unsettles you, stirring both fear and a strange, compelling fascination. In the stillness of dusk, as shadows lengthen and merge with the fading light, you begin to question the very fabric of your identity. Every internal echo seems to whisper that the drive to be the main character might be nothing more than a comforting illusion. The roles prescribed by society and tradition tug at you relentlessly, urging you to conform to narratives that are not uniquely yours. The reflection in the mirror now appears as a supporting actor in a drama where fate, rather than free will, directs the scene. This realization strikes you with a profound mix of despair and liberation, an invitation to ponder whether the pursuit of centrality is a myth, a self-imposed trap designed to hide a deeper truth. As twilight deepens, a final, resonant question lingers in the cooling air. What if the relentless pursuit of being the main character is itself a trap? A clever deception that blinds you to the vast, intricate tapestry of life. The thought pulses within you, urging a deeper exploration of what it truly means to exist. In this moment of profound vulnerability, you stand at the precipice of a revelation that promises to unearth hidden forces shaping your destiny. With every beat of your heart, the question intensifies, beckoning you to uncover the mysteries that lie beneath the surface of your everyday world. The stage is set for a journey into the very roots of your existence, a journey that has only just begun. Deep within the labyrinth of your mind, a truth stirs, a concealed force sculpted by the relics of ancient conditioning and modern expectation. Have you ever felt that the narrative you believe to be uniquely yours is actually a collage of inherited ideas and subconscious fears? Your inner voice whispers of a script authored long before you took your first breath, a script penned by unseen influences. Carl Jung once illuminated that your conscious self is but the tip of an immense iceberg, with archetypes and collective memories lurking in the depths. As you ponder these enigmatic shadows, you sense that the hidden problem isn't merely about feeling lost, but about a deep-seated discord between who you think you are and who you were conditioned to be. This dissonance provokes unsettling questions. What if your pursuit of individuality is simply a mirage? In the quiet recesses of your mind, echoes of ancient archetypes resonate like distant, spectral choirs. You feel the pull of a collective unconscious, a shared repository of experiences that transcends individual existence. These phantasmal figures, born from the depths of ancestral memory, shape your very perception of self. They murmur timeless truths and buried fears, urging you to accept roles dictated not by your desires, but by the legacy of human history. Their presence raises a poignant inquiry. Is the drive to stand at the center of your own story simply an inherited illusion? As you navigate this internal theater, you start to see that the hidden problem is embedded in the fabric of your psyche. A complex interplay of old wounds, forgotten dreams, and the eternal human struggle for meaning. Standing at the crossroads of thought and experience, you confront the philosophical roots that intertwine with your internal drama. Friedrich Nietzsche's concept of the will to power collides with Jean-Paul Sartre's call for radical freedom, challenging the very notion of a predetermined role. What if the very idea of being the main character is a rebellion against an oppressive, invisible director? These existential quandaries force you to question whether your choices are genuinely your own or mere echoes of a pre-written destiny. The tension between the desire to assert individuality and the weight of cosmic absurdity creates an internal storm, urging you to scrutinize the forces that silently govern your decisions. Can you unravel this paradox without surrendering to despair? In the midst of this internal turbulence, Arthur Schopenhauer's somber reflections on the nature of desire and suffering emerge with brutal clarity. His philosophy contends that life is a perpetual cycle of yearning and inevitable disappointment, an endless pursuit of meaning in an indifferent cosmos. The more you chase the mirage of centrality, the deeper you plunge into the abyss of existential disillusionment. This relentless quest not only distances you from genuine self-discovery, but also entangles you in a web of unfulfilled expectations and constant striving. As the weight of these ideas settles, you begin to see that the hidden problem is a silent architect of your inner torment, a master illusion that diverts you from a true encounter with reality. This hidden problem transcends philosophy and psyche. It is woven into the very fabric of your existence. Viktor Frankl's insights remind you that the quest for meaning can be both a guiding light and an imprisoning force. You are compelled to seek purpose, yet this pursuit can often imprison you in an endless cycle of self-critique and unfulfilled ambition. Every fleeting moment of triumph or despair is tinged with the residue of expectations, not of your own making. The interplay between external conditioning and internal longing creates a subtle yet pervasive dissonance that robs you of the freedom to define your own narrative. In this space of tension, you are left to wonder, are you the architect of your destiny, or merely a pawn in an intricate game, orchestrated by deeper forces? As the layers of societal expectation, ancestral memory, and existential dread converge, you find yourself at a transformative crossroads. The hidden problem that once lurked in the recesses of your mind now stands revealed. A composite of inherited narratives and self-imposed limitations. With each heartbeat, you sense the urgency to question these forces, to peel back the veneer of the self until the raw truth emerges. This confrontation is both daunting and liberating, a call to reclaim the narrative from the clutches of fate. What will you choose when the echo of these ancient voices fades, leaving only the stark reality of your own potential? The stage is now set for the next act, a deeper exploration of the unseen consequences that arise from this hidden power. In the quiet pulse of everyday moments, you begin to sense the unseen consequences of forces that operate beneath your awareness. Every emotion, every fleeting decision is tinted by the subtle influence of cognitive biases that shape your reality without you even noticing. Have you ever experienced a moment of unexpected joy or melancholy, only to wonder if it was truly yours? These feelings, though seemingly spontaneous, are the product of an intricate interplay of subconscious mechanisms, filters like confirmation bias and the availability heuristic that subtly direct your perceptions and choices. As you stand at the crossroads of your thoughts, you feel the weight of these hidden currents, quietly steering your life's narrative. Their influence is as pervasive as it is elusive, crafting a reality that feels both intimately personal and disturbingly preordained. Deep within the labyrinth of your mind, the intricate networks of neurons pulse with activity shaped by evolution and experience. Here, in the interplay between the amygdala and the prefrontal cortex, lies a sophisticated dance of emotions and logic. Imagine that your brain, honed over millennia, is now being nudged by modern cultural conditioning, a force that taps into ancient survival mechanisms to subtly mold your desires and fears. Each decision is colored by neurological impulses designed to keep you safe, yet they also trap you in habitual patterns. This neurological choreography, powered by the promise of reward and the avoidance of pain, operates silently, sculpting your daily actions. In these quiet synaptic exchanges, you begin to wonder, is the authenticity of your experience merely a product of a well-rehearsed, biologically programmed script? Beyond the surface of conscious thought, hidden cognitive processes work relentlessly to shape your worldview. The framing effect and anchoring bias, among others, transform ordinary experiences into narratives that feel inevitable and unchangeable. Each piece of information you encounter is subtly reinterpreted through these mental shortcuts, reinforcing a familiar yet confining perspective of reality. As you engage with the world, you begin to sense that these biases are not mere quirks of the mind, but powerful forces that dictate your reactions and interactions. Have you ever paused to question whether your judgments are truly your own, or just echoes of these deep-rooted cognitive patterns? This unseen influence quietly constructs your self-image and molds your social interactions, leaving you with a profound awareness of how fragile and manipulated your reality can be. In the wider arena of society, these subtle manipulations echo and amplify, seeping into the very fabric of cultural norms. social constructs and media narratives, meticulously designed and perpetuated, capitalize on these cognitive vulnerabilities. The stimuli bombarding you daily, from the curated images on a screen to the persuasive rhetoric of public figures, are all calibrated to reinforce a predetermined script. This mass conditioning transforms personal biases into collective behavior, where the line between individual choice and social expectation blurs. As you witness the repetitive patterns of thought and behavior in your community, a chilling realization dawns. The unseen consequences of these forces extend far beyond your inner life, orchestrating a reality that you scarcely control. The pervasive influence of these cultural cues leaves you questioning the authenticity of both your personal beliefs and the society you inhabit. As these invisible threads tighten their grip, you start to feel the ripple effects on every facet of your life. The personal becomes inextricably entwined with the societal, a seamless tapestry woven from the same subtle influences. Relationships, ambitions, and even your creative impulses are not immune. They too are steered by the relentless tug of conditioned expectations. In moments of solitude, you sense a pervasive entrapment, the haunting realization that every dream and every disappointment is part of a broader, manipulated design. This orchestrated existence feels both deeply personal and ominously orchestrated, as if every aspect of your identity is curated by an unseen director. The consequence is a life lived on autopilot, where genuine self-expression is sacrificed at the altar of conformity. Now, at the threshold of profound realization, you stand in a moment of acute clarity, a recognition that these unseen consequences are not isolated incidents, but a cumulative force altering your destiny. The covert manipulation of your thoughts and actions is a call to arms, urging you to reclaim the narrative of your life. As you feel the pull of this awareness, a stirring of defiance begins to take shape. The quiet urgency to break free from these invisible chains grows with every heartbeat. In this charged moment, you realize that the path forward demands a radical confrontation with the forces that have long dictated your fate. The transformation you seek lies just beyond the horizon, a promise of liberation that beckons you to challenge the very nature of your conditioned existence. At the brink of realization, a spark of defiance ignites deep within you. A thought emerges. What if the narrative you followed was never yours to own? In that moment, the weight of conformity begins to crumble, replaced by an urgent call to reclaim your destiny. The familiar chains of expectation shatter under the force of your determination. You sense the stirring of an inner revolution, a rebellion that challenges every imposed role and script. With each heartbeat, you feel the surge of a power that whispers, you have the capacity to rewrite your story. The world around you, once a stage for a predetermined performance, now becomes a canvas awaiting your bold, uncharted strokes. In the quiet defiance of your mind, the journey toward true liberation takes its first resolute step. In the chaos of awakening, you discover that rebellion is not an act of sheer defiance against the world. It is a profound return to your truest self. The voices of external authority recede, replaced by the clarion call of your inner wisdom. Like a phoenix rising from the ashes of an inherited script, you begin to see that authenticity is born from embracing your contradictions. It is in the interplay of light and shadow within that you find the strength to defy the old narrative. Every small act of resistance, a choice to question, to explore, to diverge from the expected, becomes a declaration of your independence. With each passing moment, you reclaim fragments of a self long suppressed, forging a path defined by personal truth rather than imposed destiny. History bears witness to the transformative power of those who dared to break free. Recall the solitary defiance of Thoreau at Walden Pond, whose quiet retreat into nature was a bold renunciation of societal norms. Think of revolutionaries, poets, and visionaries whose lives rewrote the definitions of possibility. Their stories echo through time, affirming that rebellion is not an act of isolation, but a collective reclaiming of autonomy. These trailblazers remind you that every step away from the scripted life is a step towards liberation. Their legacy fuels your own desire to dismantle the inherited narratives and forge a path that is uniquely your own, a testament to the indomitable spirit that refuses to be boxed in by convention. The path to freedom demands a radical shift in perception, a deliberate unlearning of the patterns that have long dictated your thoughts and actions. In this crucible of transformation, you begin to challenge every ingrained habit and every comforting lie. Embracing mindfulness, you observe each thought and emotion as transient, freeing you from their grip. This conscious act of dismantling old paradigms is both painful and profoundly liberating. It is here, in the intimate battleground of your inner self, that you learn to discern between the echoes of conditioned responses and the true voice of your desire. With each moment of clarity, the illusion of the preordained script fades, replaced by the raw potential of self-determined choice. As the embers of rebellion catch fire, you discover that true liberation is a creative act, a radical reimagining of your existence. In this creative revolt, art, music, and literature become your weapons against the tyranny of expectation. Every brushstroke, every note, every written word is an act of self-affirmation, a bold declaration that your life is a canvas of infinite possibility. You begin to weave together the fragmented shards of your identity, forming a tapestry rich with the hues of your experiences and dreams. This creative process transforms rebellion into an art form, one that celebrates the full spectrum of your being, from vulnerability to strength. In embracing your creative impulse, you step beyond the limits of the past, daring to design a future that is entirely your own. Now, as you stand at the precipice of a self-fashioned destiny, the rebellion crystallizes into a profound, all-encompassing truth. The chains of societal expectation shatter under the weight of your resolve, and a new horizon emerges, a future forged by your hands alone. This is not a solitary victory. It is a clarion call for others to awaken and reclaim their autonomy. The journey ahead is lit by the radiant promise of freedom, a future where every choice is a testament to your inherent power. Embracing this revolution of the self, you become both the architect and the artist of your own destiny, inviting the world to join in a collective renaissance of authentic living. The rebellion is complete when you recognize that the power to define your life has always resided within you. At the precipice of your journey, a luminous insight begins to take shape, a final truth that defies the confines of what you once believed. In the quiet aftermath of rebellion, a voice emerges from deep within, whispering of a revelation that can shatter all illusions. Have you ever felt that the scattered fragments of your existence, once disparate and confusing, might suddenly align into one piercing clarity. In this moment, you confront the possibility that your life is not a series of isolated scenes, but an intricate tapestry woven from both suffering and joy, order and chaos. This emerging truth challenges every preconception, inviting you to see beyond the veil of constructed narratives. In the stillness that follows the storm of rebellion, you find yourself immersed in a revelation that transcends mere intellectual understanding. It is as if the universe has conspired to reveal that every struggle, every moment of despair, and every glimmer of hope has been leading you to this singular point of realization. You begin to see that the dichotomy between light and shadow, freedom and destiny, was never meant to divide you, but to guide you toward a harmonious whole. This ultimate truth, fleeting yet undeniable, invites you to embrace both the beauty and the pain of your existence as essential threads in the fabric of your true self. As you delve deeper into this revelation, you recognize that the ultimate truth is not a destination, but a radical shift in perception. A paradigm where the boundaries between self and other, fate and freedom, dissolve. In this profound moment of clarity, the cacophony of conditioned voices fades, leaving behind a resonant silence where your inner wisdom speaks with unerring clarity. It is here that you realize the paradox. The more you let go of the need to control every moment, the more power you gain to shape your destiny. This truth is not imposed by external forces. It is born from your willingness to accept the full spectrum of your being, the interplay of fragility and strength that defines you. In this final embrace of truth, you begin to understand that the journey of self-realization is a perpetual process of unlearning and relearning. Every moment of your past, the hidden fears, the conditioned responses, and the defiant acts of rebellion, was a necessary precursor to this moment of awakening. The ultimate truth is both a revelation and a call to action, to live authentically without the confines of predetermined roles. It is the recognition that your life, in its raw and unfiltered form, is a masterpiece in progress. With this understanding, you realize that each day offers a new opportunity to reshape your narrative, to live with deliberate intention, and to honor the complexities that make you uniquely human. Now, in the shimmering clarity of this ultimate realization, you feel an indescribable shift, a profound alignment with the truth of your existence. The labyrinth of past illusions gives way to a panorama where every experience, every fleeting emotion, is seen as an integral part of a vast, interconnected story. This moment of understanding is not static. It is a dynamic, living force that propels you forward. It is a call to transcend the superficial boundaries of identity, to immerse yourself in the vibrant, sometimes chaotic, tapestry of life. The ultimate truth whispers that you are both the observer and the creator, free to weave your destiny with the threads of insight, compassion, and audacity. As the final echoes of this revelation reverberate through your soul, you are left with a serene yet potent understanding. The ultimate truth is not a destination, but a continuous act of creation. In embracing the full spectrum of your existence, the triumphs and the trials, you unlock the profound power to live without the illusion of control, free from the dictates of an imposed narrative. Every breath, every heartbeat becomes a declaration of your sovereignty over your life. In this moment of sublime clarity, you stand not as a mere actor in a cosmic drama, but as the master artisan of your own fate, forever transformed by the realization that the power to shape your destiny has always been within you.